My next guest has got another big fight, this time coming up against Tabatha Ricci, UFC 295, November 11th. It is right around the corner. It is Loopy Godinez, live from Paradise right now. Loopy, how are you?
I'm really good. How you doing?
I'm doing awesome. So when did you get to Mexico? So we were just talking here, obviously about, the camp. And I was telling you about how bad the weather is here in BC. It looked like you've been out in Mexico for a bit now.
Yeah, so I've been here since my last camp, and then I
Oh,
went
nice.
back to Vancouver for a week. I was in Canada for a week and a half, but as soon as I got there, I got the call. So I was like, okay, I'll stay there for a week, and then I'll come back here. So that's what I did.
That's good. It looked like, yeah, like you said there. So you found out about this fight right away. So you got a nice amount of time for the camp, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like it was, I had so many plans. I was like, okay, once I'm back, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go there, blah blah blah. And then I get the call, and then I'm like, okay, I guess none of that. I'm going back to camp, right?
Yeah.
But I like it. It's good.
Yeah. No, it's worked out well for you. I think this is your fourth fight this year, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's good because I know you want. It's so funny, right? Like, kind of looking back a couple of years ago, like you couldn't get a fight. I remember, like, it was a struggle when you weren't in the UFC of getting fights, and now you've got four in the UFC. That's got to feel good because I know you like keeping active.
yeah, exactly. And now that I'm with this team, I feel so much better. Like so ready. And
Yeah.
yeah, like I cannot go wrong. I love fighting, and now that I have this team behind me is like a big plus.
Yeah, absolutely. And a great opponent here in Tabatha Ricci. She's got the 9-1 record. Stylistically, how are you looking at this fight? Because it's got fight of the night written all over it.
Yeah, she's a tough girl. She got great jiu-jitsu, great takedowns. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to test every single part of the game with her. She's in the top 10. Oh, she's 10, and yeah, I cannot wait to showcase my all of the stuff that I've been working on, all the stuff that I've been improving on, because I do believe I'm gonna look even better than my last fight, even though it was like short time, a period of time. It's just magic here. Like it's like, yeah, it's amazing.
Good. That's great. And I've asked some of the fighters this, like, is fighting at MSG, is that a big deal to you? For some fighters, it's like a bucket list thing to fight in New York at Madison Square Garden. Does it have any different feeling for you?
Yeah, to be honest, not at all. I can,
Okay.
the parking lot. I don't care. Yeah, obviously it's cool that the UFC, trust me to give me a fight in a card like that, of course. But if you think about it, at the end of the day, it's another fight. It's another girl in front of me. Is the same,
Yeah.
It's, of course, I'm happy that I'm fighting that night.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Now tell me about camp a little bit. If I'm not mistaken, Alexa, wasn't she like taking some time off, I think, or like has she been working with you this camp? Because I heard that they were kind of obviously Valentina also got hurt in that fight, so she's waiting a while too.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Alexa has something like a braces thing, so she cannot like fight, like train, like a full training. She goes there and watch and like coach me a little bit, and she's great also doing that. But yeah, she's slowly getting back to training. Of course, careful with the hand. But yeah, hopefully we see her healthy and back training soon.
Is it cool that Diego Lopez is on this card too? He's actually on the main card, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's really good. His jiu-jitsu is great. He's also helped me. He was in Brazil, now he's back, and yeah, you cannot go wrong with his jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah. As far as other training partners, who else have you had a chance to work with this camp?
Yeah, I've been working with some with that Irene Aldana, Omar, Brian, the champion from Luke's, Juan. So yeah, I have a lot of training partners here. Sandra, that she fought for LFA. I I have a lot of training partners here for like smaller men and women as also. So yeah, I'm great here.
Yeah, for sure. And one thing I think we talked about this last time. I know like the food in Mexico is different, like in terms of you getting like we were talking about your grocery run and how cheap it is. Everything here is expensive, as you know. So it's nice, I'm sure, to eat a little bit healthier, not pay too much. Do you find that's helped with cutting weight as well, just because you're getting really natural, like fresh fruit and fresh food that maybe you wouldn't get back here in Vancouver?
Yeah, to be honest, yes, it makes a lot of difference. The food here seems richer of all of the nutrients. Like I can feel it, and I'm eating lots of good food, and I can eat a lot, and still the weight is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, after this one, I'm gonna go walk like 2 blocks away to the Tianguis,
Yeah.
and then it's all how do you say all the what? Oh, it's all the fruits and vegetables that you can.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Good. Yeah. No, it's great. It's a big convenience there, having everything so close and it not being too expensive either, which is awesome. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
I will be Pancho, Colin, and Alessandro.
Okay. There we go. And how's this one playing out? How do you see it going down on November 11th?
Of course, I see with my hand raised and dominant performance. I'm gonna give it all up there. So it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be great.
Does the game plan change a bit with the fact that Tabatha is pretty tough to finish, or does that not matter? You're just going to go in and do what you do best.
I'll do I'll do what I'm best at, and I've been training even harder for this one because we know she got a good game too. So yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. Did you happen to see? I don't know if you caught it or maybe caught the replay, but did you see the fights last weekend? We had Khamzat Chimaev and Kamaru Usman. What did you think of that fight?
Yeah, it was crazy. I really enjoyed it. I think it was, I don't know, great. It was good. It was a good fight all over.
What did you think of Usman? The fact that he took it on 10 days notice and he made it a pretty competitive fight and he survived that first round.
Yeah, I think it's great. And sometimes when you do that, you can see as a fighter you can just like unlock a whole different game, a whole different the confidence and everything. It just changes. So I think it's great.
And then what did you think of Chimaev at middleweight? It seems like that's a better weight class for him because he doesn't have to cut as much weight.
Yeah, I think so too. Yes.
Yeah, for sure. And then just quickly, the main event, what did you think of Islam knocking out Volkanovski? I think people expected him to win, but to finish that quickly was very impressive.
Yeah, it was crazy. I have no comments, honestly. It was great. Yeah. But yeah, great.
Yeah, he looked outstanding. Where does a win over Tabatha put you? I feel like, you've been really active this year. Tabatha's a pretty notable opponent in the division. Is this sort of setting up a really good 2024 for you where, the next year could be a huge year for you, not looking past, obviously, November 11th?
Yeah, not looking past this date, as you say, I think it will put me in a great position, to be climbing up and eventually fight for the belt, hopefully by the end of next year. So
there you go. Yeah, could be a big year. I'm not sure. I figured I'd ask you anyways. It looks like UFC 297 is going to be in Toronto. That's in January. I know you're fighting here in November. Do you want to get on that card, or does it not matter to you because it's Toronto, not Vancouver?
Yeah, I don't care. Whatever the UFC wants me to do, I will do.
For sure. I don't know if she's already on yet, but I think Jasmine will probably be on that card. I imagine you'd want to fight on the same card as her.
Yeah, that will be a great opportunity, but we will see what happens after this one and go from there.
For sure. Got to ask, are you going to be heading back to Vancouver for the holidays, or what's sort of the plan after this?
Yeah, after the fight, I'll fly back to Canada and have Christmas there and make a game plan there.
I did notice your management company Iridium signed your sister. What are we expecting from that? Is any big things in the works?
Yeah, well, it's for wrestling. They're helping them with wrestling. I'm not sure exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but soon enough, hopefully, we will see them training on May after the Olympics.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, it's coming up. And just before we go, other than going to the supermarket and going to training, what else do you like doing out there in Mexico? Do you got anything you've been getting up to?
Not much. Just pretty much training hard and enjoying myself here.
That's good. Nothing crazy. That's awesome. When are you heading out to New York?
On the 7th.
Okay, nice. So that's coming up here pretty soon. Well, we're looking forward to it. It is UFC 295, November 11th. Loopy, if there's anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to mention, I'll give you the last word.
Thank you. No, well, thank you for having me, and thank you everyone that has been supporting me, and my training partners, and that's it.